back to Aaron's Anxiety. I am your host, Aaron, your personal guide through anxiety. Before we get started, hit that like button, show me a little bit of love, and other than that, if you haven't already, subscribe. What are you doing? If you haven't subscribed by now, I mean, get with the times, girlfriend. Subscribe if you haven't. Also, if you want a little bit more of this content or a little bit more support, please feel free to join us on the Aaron's Anxiety Family page on Facebook. Type in Aaron's Anxiety Family, and there's 3 questions. You have to answer them to get in, but once you answer them, you're good to go, and you're a part of the group, and we would love to have you there. So today's video is, I wanted to kind of rant and kind of go over the differences between normal people's anxiety and somebody who has an anxiety issue, like chronic anxiety person's problem. Because a lot of times we will walk through life, and if you're somebody like myself who is more prone to having anxiety and things like that, you're going to run across people when you say, hey, yeah, I have higher levels of anxiety, or I have general anxiety disorder, I have a panic disorder, things like that. People kind of will instantly kind of brush you off, okay? And what it's really kind of on the nose too. It's like, oh yeah, I get anxiety sometimes too. Oh, I had my midterms come up and whoo, I was having so much anxiety. And then you look at these people like, you're a special kind of dumb, ain't you? Like and for people that, if you're watching this and you don't have a chronic anxiety, or if you don't have an anxiety disorder that kind of really is longer than just normal anxiety, it's so hard to tell these people. It's all the time, okay? Before, and let me clarify, it gets better, okay? If you're going through it, it gets better. It's not forever. But for the people that don't know, if you have a chronic anxiety problem, chronic meaning a lot, all the time, the majority of my days used to be filled with anxiety, fear of death, fear of getting sick, fear of my loved ones getting sick, fear of, did I mess that conversation up? Does this person like me? And I'm constantly analyzing conversations in my head after I leave, especially if I like someone and I want to be their friend. You know what I mean? I will go over that conversation. Did I say something stupid? Did I say something to offend them? And that's like every conversation, okay? Normal people with normal anxiety don't have that. On the whole, they can have that, but it's not as like steady as ours. It's not is entering as many facets of our lives. Normal people's anxiety are things like, oh, I had to swerve to miss a car. Woo, woo. That's a little anxiety. That's normal. You should have that whether you have chronic or normal anxiety. But what you shouldn't be doing is going home and in your bed thinking, oh my God, what if I hit that person? What if I would have lost my life, or what if I would have, killed them, and blah 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 blah. That is chronic anxiety. That is something that needs to be addressed. For me personally, those of you who don't know, I had health anxiety, and it was really bad. I was in the emergency room several times, as a lot of the viewers I have also been. And I mean, just to give you an example of what it's like to go into the emergency room with an anxiety disorder or a panic attack, it's, you think something's wrong, my heart rate feels like it's kind of pounding out of my chest, and I feel really insecure, and I feel really I feel like something's not right. Something is definitely wrong, and it needs to be looked at, and I'm terrified to go. Here's the thing. Anxiety people don't want to go to the ER, okay? But we're so scared that it could be something. I mean, we get to that point where it's like, well, I don't want to die either. I guess I should go have it checked out. Or a loved one will say, well, at least we'll go check it out. We don't want to go because we don't want to get there, sit down in the chair, and be told, we got it. I got it? You got it. I got it. That's not what we want. We don't want to have anything, and that's the thing. We so much don't want to have anything that we create the problems for ourselves, as far as the high anxiety problems, high blood pressure, beating heart, cramps, shortness of breath. All these things can be attributed to that anxiety that was going in. So I remember I went in one time. Like I said, this is just to give you an idea. idea what it's like to have chronic anxiety going into the ER. You go into the ER because you think that there may be something wrong and these people are going to help you. And once you get there, you kind of feel better because you feel like if something were to happen, I'd be good because, I got all these people looking out for me. Doctors are coming in. Very smart people are coming in to tell me really smart things. And then they come in and it's a little disappointing. Not that people are mean, okay? The doctors and nurses typically aren't mean, but they do have this look of, hey, look, dude, we're really busy. Follow up with your regular doctor and you'll be fine. It's just panic, it's just anxiety. We took scans and it almost felt like, and this happened several times, it almost felt like I was burdening them. And I think I don't want to burden them either. They have things to do and I don't want to be, taking up somebody else's time. But that just adds to the anxiety. Like, you know what I mean? So it's a trickle effect of just this vicious cycle of anxiety. Normal people don't have that. Normal people, and I know this because I live with normal people and I know normal people. And when they tell me things like, oh yeah, I have an anxiety problem. Do you? Really? And then I get to talk with them. Oh yeah, I've been thinking about my mom a lot lately. Yeah, she just got diagnosed with arthritis in her hands. And ever since then, I just been thinking about her a lot. Bro, I just got hooked up to a heart machine because I thought it was going to explode out of my chest. You have no idea what I'm going through here. And that's just regular chronic anxiety. We're not even talking about depersonalization, where you literally go into another fucking realm. Like, literally, I'm in a whole other world. And people are like, oh yeah, no, I get anxiety too. You have no idea. You have no idea. Like, sometimes I would tell people will say, well, I wouldn't wish this on my worst enemy. I wish this, the things that I was going through, I would wish this on my best friends and family for a very short amount of time. Just because it would be nice for them to know what's going on inside of my head. Just to pull this out and hand it over and set it off into them and say, look, doesn't that feel weird? Isn't that scary? Doesn't that feel kind of hopeless? And then be able to take it back and put it back in just for a second. Just for 5 minutes. Walk around with that. Tell me how it feels. But you can't do that. And, I really don't want anybody to experience this. This is why we have this channel to begin with. But it is a scary, scary thing. And if you're at this point and you found this video and you're watching it, just know, which is important to know, just know that the people that are saying, oh yeah, I have anxiety too, they probably do have normal levels of anxiety. And it's just like everybody insists, no matter what their job is, everybody's job's hard. There's two things that everybody believes about themselves. One, that they're a great driver. Two, that their job is really hard. Doesn't matter what they're doing. So yeah, it may be hard for them, their anxiety, and I don't want anybody to have any anxiety unless they need it, unless it's fight or flight. But they are trying to help, okay? And I think it's important to take a step back and note that, hey, they're just trying to help. They're trying to do what they can for us to make us feel better, or even just to get us to shut up for that 2 seconds, you know what I mean? So if you're there, be patient with these people. Don't go off on a rant. I've done it a couple times. It doesn't feel good because you're like, oh, look at me. My anxiety is so bad. We shouldn't be striving to have more anxiety. You know what I mean? And then if you're that person that you're watching this for, because I do have people that are subscribed to the channel that they watch this just to kind of get more inside of the head of the person that they love and they're trying to help. And these are good tips and tricks. There's a lot of videos of tips and tricks in this Aaron's anxiety thing and the Aaron's Anxiety Family, for people to help loved ones. You know what I mean? It's a great thing. So be patient on both ends. Takes two to tango. All right, friends? All right, well, I hope this video was helpful. And if not, at least entertaining. And I got a couple other videos I got planned, some tips and tricks kind of videos. And then I think I'm going to do, this next month, I'm going to do another Lexapro update on the whole and see how that goes. But anyways, I'm going to leave it right here. I'm going to go get myself some Dairy Queen because, quarantine comfort food. And I will see you guys next time. So until next time, I'm Aaron. You're awesome. And I'll see you in the next video.